I think there's one continual spider web going from the shelter to wherever I am right now. Because I feel like I'm just like coated in silk right now. Not the luxurious kind. Does that help that I just sprayed bug spray? Oh my gosh. This is bad. Anyway, it's gonna be a great day. Low mileage day today. That's the name of the game lately. And it is what it is. Partially due to camping restrictions. I'm sorry, this is bad. Partially due to camping restrictions, but mainly due to the heat and the nature of the climbs that I have today. Heat, it's gonna be in the 90s. Definitely under heat advisory still. And the climbs, there's 3 major ones. I can't remember what the first 2 are called, but the last one is Mount Everett. And far out the description says it's a grueling climb, and all the comments are echoing that. So that combined with the temps in the 90s, and honestly the camping restrictions, because I wouldn't have minded going a little bit further straight, but it's gonna put me at, I think it's like 8.2 or something today. Because of the heat. I mean, because it would be tempting to be like, oh, I'm only doing 8 miles, let me sleep in. But because of the heat, I'm trying to finish by like 1 today, maybe even noon. So I'll just have to see how much the heat and the climb slow me down. But that would be nice to not have to do nasty climbs when it's so hot. I'm climbing Bear Mountain right now. I'm not quite at the summit, but I just happened to look and there were some views. I always get nervous too because like sometimes, okay, I'm about to fall. Anyway, sometimes you don't really get the same view or whatever. Pretty. See, I just turned around again. It's like the view just keeps opening up. Love it. This is not the summit of Bear Mountain either, but nice spot for views. All right, I guess, okay, some confusion, but okay, cool. This is Bear Mountain, the summit, I guess. I need to double check this. And it's the highest peak in Connecticut. But this little rock pile thing was built by, obviously, that's not natural, by somebody in, where did they go? I think that says 1885. Yeah. Anyway, okay, cool. I hope this is like real sturdy and you're allowed to climb on it. See any signs saying not to. All right. Woo. Oh. Wow. So I finished Connecticut in a half mile. And unless something crazy horrible happens in that half mile, I have to say I've really, really enjoyed Connecticut. The only thing I haven't liked is the camping restrictions, but the views have been great. The campsites themselves have been great. The water has been great. There's been tough climbs, but with rewards, I've really liked it. I don't really want to leave here. But this is the first of 3 tough climbs today. Happy to get this one in before 8 a.m. But as you can see, the sun is beating down already. Got got 2 more to go, which I think are both tougher than this one, so just gorgeous. I decided I had to come to the very tippy top of this so that I could be standing at the very highest peak in Connecticut before I leave. I never think to film hard things when I'm smack dab in the middle of them because I'm focusing on them. And of course this doesn't even show it, but the descent from Bear Mountain has been very steep. Very thankful that it's not raining today. This would be, it would have been dangerous. This might give a little better idea, but not really, because it's like obviously you can't see, like you're only seeing up to there, like it went way up, but there's a little taste of it going down. I'm going super slow on this descent. Yeah, my knees felt that. There was a part that I had to just scooch down on my bottom. Probably because I'm 5'3". Somebody else probably could have had long enough legs to reach the next step, but I couldn't. But I don't want to leave. Connecticut, you've been good to me. Massachusetts, you got some big boots to fill. All right, so the first thing Massachusetts is giving me is Sage's Ravine. It is an old growth hemlock forest, so it's supposed to be really beautiful, and I'm excited for it. Okay, Massachusetts, I see you. I like it. This is really nice. At some point, I'm gonna go down to the water. I was just kind of waiting to see if the trail was, yeah, it looks like the trail, no, I don't know, the trail might go that way. I'm gonna figure out because I don't want to miss this. So many little cascades, like everywhere. Awesome, awesome, awesome water source. I just downed like a whole bottle of that water. I think that that's like perhaps the best tasting water I've had this whole trail. It's cold. It just tastes totally pure. No funny taste. Anything is really good. Okay, Massachusetts. I'm liking you. It's so peaceful. If it was later in the day, that would be an awesome swimming spot. Oh, you know I'm loving that moss too. I love all the green. I couldn't really get a good view of that without going off trail a bit, and I did not feel like doing that, but that sounded really beautiful when I walked by it. It's just so gorgeous. And the one part of the trail today, wow. The one part of the trail today that is not difficult terrain, but I'm going super slow just because I'm like, wow. Ah! Oh well, I'm gonna enjoy this. So many awesome little swimming spots too if I was hitting this later in the day. Not that a refreshing swim right now wouldn't feel good, it would. It's plenty hot enough, but I just keep thinking about climbing Mount Everett later as it gets hotter and hotter and hotter. So, I mean, I'm going slow enough to enjoy this. I'm not gonna rush it, but taking the time to go in and swim when I have that huge climb ahead of me, 2 climbs out of me actually, and it just keeps getting hotter. I feel like I would regret that. Beautiful. It's just so pretty. What? I guess I messed up. I was leaving, I didn't realize that Connecticut went, I think all the states go back and forth, by golly. But I really thought that that was like the actual end of it. I wonder, okay, according to that, I'm leaving Connecticut now. I don't know. That is an awesome rock bridge. Well, thank you again, Massachusetts. I don't know. I wonder if it's like for real done with Connecticut now. Or do I credit all the gorgeousness of Sage's Ravine to Connecticut or Massachusetts? Because I was thinking Massachusetts has probably both. Who knows? So I'm starting my second climb. It's not as steep as Bear Mountain or Mount Everett. This is to, oh, my memory, Race Mountain or Mount Race, something like that. Not as steep, but it's like more than a 2-mile climb. So even though it's like gradual, there's my air quotes, gradual, I still feel it, especially in this heat. Oh. Slow is the name of the game today. Okay, decisions. I can hear this waterfall. It's called Bear Rock Falls. And apparently you can't see it right from the trail. But it's like supposedly huge, like 300 feet. Part of me is like, stop it, we don't have time for this today. But the other part of me is like, follow the sound of the waterfall. Apparently that's what I'm doing. This isn't like a great view, and obviously I can't see the whole thing. Like, that's not that, obviously if it's that big, there must be somewhere, I don't know how far off the beaten path. I may go a little bit further. I don't know. I mean, I can tell that it is a big, beautiful waterfall, but I don't know how much further down I want to go off trail and then have to scramble back up. Might have to call this one a miss. You win some, you lose some. The very limited view that I got of that, and considering the trek I had to take to get there and back, I would definitely say that was not worth it. Oh well. All right, I gotta find the trail again. Back to my last statement. It was worth it because I know myself. If I wouldn't have at least tried to get a view of that, then I would have been wondering all day and regretted it. So whatever, it's all good. Back on the trail. Another awesome water source. This is Bear Rock Stream. Very lovely. This right here is the P and the D in a pod, because I'm still climbing, but somehow I'm going down right now just for fun. So I'm not at the summit of Mount Race yet, just the ledges, and far out says for the next 0.6 miles we get spectacular views. I am here for it. Oh sweet, like we're actually gonna be walking right along. Oh my goodness, I'm not gonna be able to contain myself, y'all. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I'm supposed to focus on walking. I mean, I'm gonna have to because I don't want to fall off these ledges, but the other thing that might help me stay focused and keep walking, as you probably can see the sweat dripping down my face, is that it is hot and there is no shade up here on these ledges, so that'll kind of help spur me on. Ooh, there is a breeze though, little tiny one. I've had the Aladdin songs in my head all week. From, if you're not consistently following my channel, I was in New York City last week, and we went to Broadway Aladdin. But that line, whatever song that is, a Magic Carpet Ride song, but when it's like every turn a surprise and like hold your breath, it gets better. That's what I feel like sometimes when I'm climbing and I get all these different views. My brain sometimes when I'm hiking, it's not a magic carpet ride. A whole new world. You knew what I was talking about. I think at the summit, yeah, at the summit of Mount Race, it must have been that. I was reading in the comments about it being echoey. There was a group of like 20 college-age kids that passed me when I was taking a water break. I think that's them. It's funny because there was nobody at the shelter / campsite that I stayed at last night. Not a single person. And then I see all these, you know, like I said, about 20 college-age kids go by. I'm guessing that they stayed at the campsite just after. It's so weird though, the campsite situation, shelter situation in Connecticut, Massachusetts, because, you know, there'll be like, you know, a 15-20 mile stretch between possible places that you can stay with the camping regulations, which is why I've been kind of hemmed in and like forced to do low mileage days, just because I don't want to pull a 20+ day with the heat or the climbs and stuff. But yet they'll have like 2 or 3 shelters and campsites within a mile or 2 of each other. It's so weird. Where I'm staying tonight, there's 2 shelters that are like within a 1/10 of a mile from each other. I don't get that, like why they aren't spread out more. I will admit that I thought I had reached the summit of Mount Race, but nope. Still have 0.3 miles to go. Good golly. I don't know. I summited, I guess. For real. Like, I'm going down, super steep down. I'm actually would feel a lot better if I saw a blaze. Anyway, I had views forever and ever and ever, but at the actual summit, I don't really have a view. Oh well. This part of the trail isn't blazed at all. I have to continually keep checking far out to make sure I'm on the right path. That would be super frustrating. There's the first blaze just now, and like, I don't know. I'm not good with measurement, but a while. I had thought that I would eat lunch at the top of Mount Race with those spectacular views I thought I was going to have, which don't get me wrong, all along the ledges, holy cow, great views. Anyway, it would have been too hot to eat lunch there. Anyway, so I'm pretty hungry. I'm going to look for the first shade pocket I can find and park it and eat. White paint must be really expensive in Massachusetts. They are stingy with those blazes. I was trying so hard to be done by 2 o'clock because that's when it gets to be 90. I don't know. I don't know that I'm gonna make it because it's, yeah, I won't probably, because it's 40, 12, 45. I'm not quite to the base of this one. And, ooh, sorry. The thing that stinks is that I really think I need to eat lunch before I try to climb Mount Everett. But that also stinks because that means I'm pushing that back and it's gonna get hotter and hotter. I have not, this might have to do, yeah, I can't find any shade, sorry, to have lunch. I have to set up my shade umbrella. Looks like I'm moving in here. I was so tired and hot and hungry, I just kind of like threw everything out. Okay, basically at the base of Mount Everett. It's just under a mile. Well, it's in between. It's hard to tell, but it's more than 3/4 of a mile, less than a mile. It looks like it's about 0.8. The grade is so steep that you can't calculate it on far out because, whatever, I don't feel like explaining it. It's more than 1,000 feet per mile. It's hot. It's really, 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 really hot. The comments say that this is like the closest taste of New Hampshire, or like the tough stuff in New Hampshire that we'll get until we get there. Which I really wish that it wasn't so hot so I could kind of have a good gauge on my ability or how long climbs like this might take me. But y'all, when it's this hot, like even if it wasn't a tough climb, I'm slow as molasses. So, also in the comments, one of my friends yesterday did this and she said it made her cry. I'm hoping to get through it without crying. That's my goal. Am I struggling? Very much so. I'd like to think that most of my struggle is because of the heat, though. For real. I'm not saying this is an easy climb. It's not. But it's just so hot. It's a climb. You know it's bad if they put in little wood things. I can't imagine this in the rain. Oh, this is a slow climb. This is a tough climb. I kind of feel sick. I've got 0.3 to go to get to the summit. And the last time I checked, I had 0.3 to go to get to the summit. I don't know how long ago that was. Every step counts. Every step gets me closer. I made it to the viewless summit. A climb that hard needs to come with a view. I guess there is like a ways down here. There's a different view, obviously not from the summit, but okay, observations. It was definitely tough, but I'm being honest here. I'm not trying to act Cool. Well, no, I don't do that. I really think it was mainly the heat that made it so hard. Like, I don't feel like the climb itself was extraordinarily, grueling. It was tough, but it wasn't like horrible. I seriously think that if it wasn't so hot, it would have just been like, oh, okay. That was a tough climb. But like right now, it's gonna get steep going downhill in a minute, but right now it's pretty level and I'm still just as miserable. Still have sweat pouring down me. So, I mean, it's kind of my clue. This would have been a great place for trail magic. I'm not shaming the owners of those two vehicles. They have every right to do a day hike. I'm just saying. A tough day. But man, extreme gratitude in my heart right now. I have less than a half mile to the shelter. The trail is incredibly flat and easy right now. I assume it's going to be like that the rest of the way. It might not be, doesn't matter. I'm thankful for this little stretch right here, however long it lasts. Super thankful for the following. I did not throw up. Felt like I was gonna. I did not pass out. Felt like I was gonna. I didn't cry. I didn't even have too many like moments where I just felt like I needed to whine or be miserable. It was more of like, I just wanted to finish it. Like, I mean, it was like, come on, like, let's go. I wanted to get to the summit of Mount Everett before 3 o'clock, and I did. It was 2 something, because even though it was super hot, 3 o'clock through, I want to say 6 or 7 o'clock was the hottest of the day, which it's almost 3 o'clock right now, but I'm almost to the shelter. I'm not climbing, whatever. Thankful for that. Didn't run out of water. Close to it. I didn't get a headache with all that heat. Very thankful for that. I didn't fall or, I'm just lots of gratitude. Also, as annoyed as I've been with the camping regulations, like only getting 8 point something miles today, I gotta say, I'm thankful for that, because I never would have planned for an 8 point something mile day. Even with this bad elevation and heat, I would have definitely done a low mile day for sure. But my version of that probably would have been closer to 10 or 12 miles. I don't know that I've got another 2 to 4 miles in me, so I'll be thankful for that too. The shelter. I don't think anyone else is here. I don't see any other tents. There's hardly any place to put tents. That's where mine's gonna go unless I find a better spot. And I need to get water. I don't like my water source. It's clearish, but really stagnant. I'm trying to listen for a trickle. Or a flow. I don't hear any. That's kind of, not that I could get anything from there. Yikes. Oh well. This was the other water options. I have to put my thinking cap on. I'm just so tired. I'm sure there's a smarter way to collect. This is what I've got, and I'm glad I brought my water bottle down here, because it's going to take several, transfers. And my other 2 bottles are almost empty. I might have to go get those. My plan was to real quick just fill up my bag, go back to camp and filter. That's not happening. I spent almost an hour getting water, because this is how much you can get at a time. Oh, so about almost a liter. That's a 2-liter bag. Yeah, actually, so that tells me, I think I downed like probably at least 2 liters. I just sat there. I kept refilling, filtering, drinking. And I said I wasn't going to leave until I wasn't thirsty anymore. And I did that multiple times. And then I was like, I'm going to be like so full of water. And it's really, it's only like 0.1 away from here. So I can go back if I need to. But we have a stretch. Okay, there's like a eight-ish mile stretch of just naturally, even if things weren't dry, where there's no good water. It's like farm water. And then on top of that though, because of how dry it is, it's actually the next like 16 something miles with no reliable water. But it looks like there's a lot of water caches. Of course, you can't depend on those, but hopefully. Anyway, also when I was getting water, I met this super, super nice couple that's through hiking that I had never met before. They're married. And anyway, we had a great time talking for like a half hour. So that was fun. That might be my social interaction for the night because, well, it's early. It's only 4. People could still show up. I'll enjoy my alone time while I can. If it happens to be all night, fantastic. If not, I will enjoy the people that come. I'm back for my second round of getting water. I don't want to deal with this in the morning. It takes forever. So, sorry. My glasses have got, maybe my face is thinning out. My glasses have been really loose. Squirrel. Anyway, so yeah, filling up, and so I'm all set with water hopefully tomorrow. I think my flex tail pump just died because I can go a long time without charging this battery, and I just charged it yesterday, and I was blowing up my pad and it just literally like stopped. It wasn't like like if it was a battery, it would kind of like slowly taper off, and it just like stopped. I don't want to blow up my mattress pad by myself. I'm tired. Also, earlier I was like, oh, I'm thankful I didn't get a headache today. I have one. Oh, I took my watch off, but it's only 6 o'clock and I think I'm gonna lay down. I might have gotten dehydrated and had some effects from the heat earlier, because like I drank so much water tonight and I'm still just feeling kind of like so might be an early bedtime, which is fine because I'm hiking almost 20 miles tomorrow, supposedly. Haven't done that in a while. And it's supposed to be hot tomorrow, so it would behoove me to get to bed early so I can get up early.